Comes as no surprise, I'm sure, that the #1 New Year's resolution is to lose weight and get healthier. The great question is, how do you do that and make it stick? Well, we may have the answer for you this morning because Dr. Timothy deRoos is back with us. He is with Infinite Health Centers, and this morning he's brought a proof of performance, if you will, Donna Howard. Good to see you and Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year to you, Julie.
Happy New Year.
So I jokingly said to you when you came walking in the door, Dr. deRoos, where's your pound of fat? We will never forget when you first came on the show with this big old blob that a lot of us are carrying around.
Yep, I upgraded. I brought Donna today.
Okay, before we hear Donna's story, which by the way, doesn't she look great?
Yes, she
courtesy of 5 months, right?
Right.
Of working with Dr. deRoos.
Yes.
You've lost how much weight in 5 months?
47 pounds.
47 pounds,
Yes.
and not just the weight loss, something else in your life has been benefited greatly, and that's arthritic pain.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I want to, before we hear her story, Dr. deRoos, let's talk about what brought you to this point of presenting this in your practice. Sugar and processed foods is a chronic problem in this country.
Yeah, we've got a bad message years ago about fat. And fat was told to be harmful, and really it was the exact opposite. The food pyramid really is upside down. That's a whole nother interview, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But sugar has really hurt us because when we were taking fat out of our food supply, we replaced it with sugar to replace the taste quality. But it couldn't have hurt people more. And now the evidence in the country is right in front of us.
Right.
Tennessee, like I said on our last interview, is ranked #6 in the country for obesity in adults 18 and older. And we're #1 for children ages 10 to 17. So when that 10 to 17 age bracket graduates to be 18, that moves our ranking up to the top.
Even higher.
So we've got to do something about it. And sugar is a big, big player in our food supply.
So when people come to you, and some people come into your doors saying, I want to lose the weight. Some people come in saying, I don't feel good, and I think that sugar is my culprit, but I don't have the willpower to do this on my own.
I have been amazed at the number of patients, because I have a poster behind me of a woman who's in great shape. And most people, when they come in, they'll say, I don't care to look like a supermodel. I just want to feel better and be healthier and feel better about myself when I'm in front of my own mirror.
So Donna, what brought you to his office? What made you make that first phone call?
Well, weight loss was the main goal, of course. But during my consultation, he told me that my arthritis could be greatly improved, that just the health benefits
Right.
would be just staggering, just from eating properly, eating the meats, the fruits, the vegetables, the essential fats, eliminating or reducing sugar intake, that it would greatly help arthritis symptoms.
So not to set you up, but did you think when you came to meet him the first time that you had a pretty decent diet? Were there some things that you thought you were doing right and you found out you really weren't?
Not really. I knew I wasn't.
Okay.
I knew I wasn't. I needed help.
When he
Yes.
said to you, you got to cut the sugar, how hard was that to hear?
Well, that's hard. That was probably the hardest thing for me. Sweets is really what I like. That was my downfall, was sweets.
So how does it work? You come out with a meal plan, right? Sort of a customized plan to follow, and a promise that if you'll stick to it, you'll see the results.
Yes, you stick to that plan. It worked for me. It worked for me. You know, the first month I lost 21 pounds. That was just absolutely amazing to me that I could lose that much. I feel like I've tried everything. You know, I've tried the low carb, the basically Weight Watchers. I've tried everything out there and never stuck with it. Or if I did lose weight, I've always regained it every time.
You said something to me about you mentioned, Donna, that the first few days were kind of the hardest because you're sort of recalibrating your body, right?
Sure.
You refer to it, Dr. deRoos, as a cleanse. Is that flushing out essentially what amounts to toxins in our body because of all this sugar?
Yeah, we actually target in the first 9 days the body getting rid of molds and yeast and fungus, you know, things that feed off of sugar in our bodies. So if we don't reduce that significantly, the body continues to view itself in a crisis mode, and when it does, it stays in fat storage mode. So the more you detoxify your body of all those things that are harmful to us feeding off of sugar, the better chance you stand converting your metabolism from sugar burning, sugar craving, fat storing to fat sourcing and fat burning.
We talk about sugar having an addictive quality. So to that end, once you eliminate it, those first 9 days, then does the craving go away? Did your craving for sugar diminish?
For the most part, yes. There were times, you know, it's, gee, I would like to have that, but it was usually passing. It wasn't anything major after the first 5 or 7 days.
You have this set up. First of all, everyone's protocol, if you will, is going to look a little bit different. If I came in to see you, you might tell me something different than you would tell David Carnes, correct?
Exactly right.
And so we consult for a while. David's looking at me funny. He's saying, don't throw me under the bus. So people come in, they meet with you, it's a free consultation, and essentially, if they like what they hear, the plan is theirs to use for life. Is that right?
And I have to do it that way. Everyone's health picture is completely different. Some patients are loaded up with pharmaceuticals. I had my last patient of the day yesterday. She was taking no pharmaceuticals, but she was still overweight. So I take a look at everyone's unique health picture. I custom make the plan for that person, and they take it forward. Once they purchase the plan, they own it the rest of their days. So you own that manual you'll get. If life gets you off track with stress or some epic event that happens, the plan will always get you back on track.
How often do they come back in to see you? Are there weekly or monthly
visits? Great
visits?
question. Up front, it's within 1 week, and then after that, they're monthly visits. But we're in constant contact via email, where you receive articles, you receive videos, recipes to build your recipe binder in the manual. You receive teleconferences where we have a registered dietitian that gives strategic calls you can listen to live, or a recording if you can't listen to the live. So there's a lot of things to keep in contact and stay on track with.
Do you find, because you've been doing this now, what, for a couple of 3 years maybe, with this particular plan, obviously practicing much longer than that, but do you find that people, when they come in, and maybe they begin it thinking it's going to be a weight loss routine, but what they end up with is a wellness?
I do. It's almost exclusively that way. I mean, everyone really wants to feel better about themselves and losing weight and having better energy, I hear, better sleep patterns. But 9 times out of 10, people will come right off with a report of feeling better and having cleaner complexion. They can tell just a whole host of things that are improvements. Many patients will come in and say, because I tell them, go back to your doctor who has put you on certain medications, have them recheck you and see what ones you're appropriate to come off of.
Right.
And that happens all the time.
And that was something for you, for other reasons. You had to quit taking your arthritis medication. So if you had not been able to do this with him, your pain was going to be really severe.
Right. Plus I went off my pain medication, high blood pressure medication.
Well, you look great.
High cholesterol medication.
Do you have a goal from here? Because you look great.
Just maintain, just do what I'm doing, just keep doing the same thing. I know what to do now. I'm slowly beginning to add other things back in. And I do like them, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same as it was before. So.
And do you find, because sometimes finances can motivate people, does your grocery bill go down?
Well, actually, it costs a little bit more to eat healthy.
Does it for you?
It does. Vegetables, yes, but of course the junk food has been eliminated.
And then the medications, if they go away,
that's the savings.
Now you're in the money.
Right. Yes.
So people come, they call your office, they say, I want to come in and just have a consultation to talk about, does the program have a name?
I call it the metabolic weight loss plan. That's what I call it. We change metabolism, but they do. They call the office, talk to Tanya, she schedules them. She sends them information to save some time in office with paperwork. The free consultation still applies. And then when they meet with me, I treat that visit just like I do a paid visit. So, you know, it's no different.
And if you have 50 pounds to lose, you too could look like Donna by the time bathing suit season rolls around.
That's right.
You need to go buy a bikini, Donna. Dr. Timothy deRoos at Infinite Health Centers. Here's his phone number in Cleveland, 813-7575. LoseTheFats.com is the appropriately named website. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.